Brandon Stubbs of TheTitleFight.com, speaking with the Notorious Frank Galarza ahead of his bout here this Saturday from Queens at the Resort Worlds Casino. We talked to him about that upcoming bout and how his training camp has went for the fight, and as well as his role model work that he's doing here for Fight for Peace and being a part of a life change project. Now, you'll be fighting here on not November 21st, excuse me, September 21st. We don't want to push you that far out. Here next Saturday at the Resorts World Casino in Queens.
This Saturday coming up.
This Saturday coming up. Wow.
September 21st.
Wow. I don't know. Being in Vegas for the one has just really thrown off my timing for everything, my man.
Vegas, man. It was Vegas.
Oh, man, I got to hit the reset button. So let me take that back. So it's this Saturday. So we're officially in Fight Week. You'll be, again, at the Resorts World Casino in Queens. You'll be taking on Rich Neves. I hope I'm enunciating that right. How did training camp go for this fight this time around?
Oh, man, it went well, man. We trained with, everyone. We got the perfect trainer. Strength and conditioning coach was just like on money. Dieting, eating, everything is on point. I've been on weight for like the past 2 days. And now I'm just maintaining it, which is the hard part because you see so much good food out there, but like it's not even the issue, like I feel strong, I feel physically strong, mentally strong, and I'm bringing it home, man.
You said that with you being on weight here with so many days still ahead of that, how tough of a thing is that mentally for a guy like yourself to kind of really kind of push back from the table and just kind of not put on any extra water weight or anything like that, knowing you're just a day away from weigh-in?
It's a little tough, but you think about what the end goal of it's gonna be, and it's more, it's just more like satisfaction out of it. Like, I know what I'm going for. You constantly tell yourself, we're taking it all this time, and pretty much that's it, though.
All right, now you're going to be taking on a fellow undefeated New Yorker in Rich. Now, what do you know about his game? I mean, have you guys ever kind of crossed paths? In the fight circuit there in New York before, maybe in the amateurs or anything like that?
I've never crossed paths with him. I mean, I've seen him once, as far as his fighting style, and I don't, it might not he might not do the same as he normally does, but he pretty much is straightforward. He keeps coming in. He puts the pressure. Great, the guy. He's intense as far as that. He's just constantly coming in, tries to tie you down, wear you down, and pretty much that's his fighting style that I've seen. But other than that, I don't really know much of him, like his amateur and stuff like that, though.
Now, when you find a guy who's coming straight forward, does that kind of play more into your hands to where you know what he's going to do, you know what his goal is, and you just kind of work with what they give you there in the ring, and you just kind of try to outwork them, knowing they're going to come straight forward?
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. It's just basically just being smart in there. Don't get caught into this fight. Don't sit there and bang with him, because that's what he's going to want me to do. I mean, there will be times where I will show what I can do. As far as because I like to sit there and bang, so I'm pretty sure I might stand there and bang sometimes. But most of the time, it's just basically going to be using boxing, my boxing ability, and just kind of just being smart in the ring, pretty much.
Now, this is going to be your fourth fight out here, 2013. Do you think that's helping keep you sharp as far as your skill set goes?
Oh, definitely, man. We have, my team is definitely keeping me on point as far as, training-wise. And, the sparring's been helping as well. We've been getting some top-notch guys, from the gym. We sparred with Saddam a couple of times. We've been in motion. So, I'm pretty prepared as far as, what's ahead in the story. I just have a great team, and I'm happy about that.
Now, when you do fight so much here, during a calendar year, do you ever try something that you might have learned, in camp? You may want to try new wrinkles, try a new technique or a new move, or try something from a new angle. When you're this active, does this give you more opportunities to do that in the ring, or do you kind of save that stuff more for sparring and just kind of still learn it before you actually push it and put it out in the ring?
Well, I mean, every day is always, every time we train, we always learning something new. So that's pretty much, at the end of the day, I'm one to always try wherever. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We have to see what's ahead of us, who's in front of us, to see if we can, put some of the stuff that we've been working on and try to implement it inside the ring in a fight. So we always have to try it anyway. But at the end of the day, it's pretty much what he's offering, how is he looking, and then from there on, then we can try to see what we can use, what we can't use, what we throw away, so it's always, we use it in sparring mainly, but, most of the time we have to try to use it in a fight to see if this is what's going to work on him. And, we prepare for the opponent that we're facing, at the end of the day, so it's like we pretty much have an idea of what's going to be brought to us. So, we've been working on his basically fighting style. Aside from sparring with Saddam Ali, Saddam is not this total opposite of what he's doing. Saddam is always moving, slick fighter, fast hand. So it's just always, we pretty much prepare for everything at all times. So it's mentally just always thinking, what can we use, what can we throw away, etc., stuff like that.
Okay, now after this fight and after this win, because I'm just going to call it as it is, you're going to win this fight. Not I'm going to push that positive karma on you. Now you're kind of right now known as more of a regional or local prospect. Do you feel after this win and going even forward to 2014, the goal is to become more of a national prospect, being known more of on a wide, broad spectrum as far as the sport of boxing goes? Is that kind of the goal, is to go now from local, regional, into more of a national prospect here in the boxing game?
Absolutely. That's always the end goal. We want to be able to just fight wherever and make our name known, make a statement wherever we go at the end of the day. But I really trust in our AJ as far as my management team as how to move me, my promotional team from there, and yeah, the end goal is to be more on a national scale, be recognized everywhere throughout the cities and countries and stuff like that, though, because that's what boxing is about, we're trying to build a name, and I don't even consider myself to be any kind of regional anything, to even be known on the scale, but, it's always a work in progress, so, I always got something to prove wherever I go, no matter whoever I'm fighting. So at the end of the day, we're just there to I'm there to fight whoever.
Right on. Now, one thing that you are known for locally is being a positive role model and trying to be a positive person in your community. Now, I heard about you just came back here before you started this camp from Rio, and you were out there with a fight for peace. And right now, you're part of the Life Change Project there in New York. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that and how your involvement came about?
My involvement with the whole Fight for Peace is basically, I was actually trying to start my own program called Youth Fighting Forward. Youth is YOUTH, Fighting Forward. And I mentioned it to a couple people. A friend of mine, Rajiv, who actually trains out of Stubbs, he's also a professional fighter. I mentioned that, look, this is what I'm trying to start. I'm working on the 501c3. And, he mentioned the whole Fight for Peace, what they're doing, what they represent. And, I had a chance to speak with Luke, the founder of the whole Fight for Peace program. And it's amazing what they're doing. They started out in Rio. They ended up in the UK. I started opening up in the UK. The Luda Life Changing Project is actually a sportswear that they starting for, programs such as myself, which is, trying to build up our programs. What they're doing, they're not trying to start a Fight for Peace, but they're trying to teach us their methodology and how it could work with the kids all around the world. So it's basically a 5-pillar methodology, which consists of boxing, MMA, youth counseling, youth leadership, education, and work access. And what each of them do is basically, it's all a way of personal development for individuals. The mission is to, using we want to be able to use boxing as a tool to get the kids out of crime, that get the kids that are affected by crime and violence, to get them into gym, and basically give them a different outlook of, how they see their community, how they see themselves, and let them know that, what they do is not based on, the way they perceive themselves is not where they live, where they live at, or, their surrounding is basically based control of their own destiny, but they have to make the choice. So we want to get them in through boxing, and hopefully that they're able to make that choice and see that there's more to the drug dealing, the guns, the diamond rings, and all this other stuff. The fabulous life, so they say, with how they see the whole street. How they visualize the streets. Success is not in the streets, and I'm one personally who lived it and know that that's not a route to go. So I'm more on that positive end. I've been on both sides of the field. So I've done the streets, I've hustled. I've done my share of delinquency. Now it's just basically want to give them that choice where it's like, okay, look, you can do that, but you can also do this. And over here, we're going to treat you like a family. We're going to, respect you, not judge you. And we're going to help you and motivate you to do whatever it is that you want to accomplish. And it doesn't necessarily have to be the top athlete in boxing. It's, whatever it is, as far as if you want to be a singer, an artist, whatever, but that they're able to do that if they just follow, be disciplined, have a little bit, self-control. And these are the things that boxing teach. So, we're just hoping that, it's already started. After this fight, mainly, it's really going to get really involved. Hopefully we can get the ball players involved. We can get people in, the whole community involved with Brooklyn. So that's pretty much the end goal with that.
Well, right on. And like you said, with you kind of coming from that background and being a part of that lifestyle at one time, it's going to be a lot easier for you to break it down and for the young people to listen to, because you've been there, you've done that. And now you can actually show them that, hey, there is a positive way out of that. So that's an awesome thing that you're part of and you're doing right now. I really, really tip my hat to you for that, because we need more athletes who are actually involved in their communities, involved in wanting to help the youth and not just doing it as a PR stunt. This is something you can tell that this is genuine and from your heart, and I totally respect that.
That's my dream, it's like I've always had the vision for that, it's just something that I've always wanted to do, because, me growing up, I'm pretty, everyone's read my story so far, losing my parents, being raised with my uncle, as I got older, I even lost, I didn't have any brothers, but my aunt and my uncle who raised me, they had 2 kids, and I was raised with them since I was 2 years old, 3 years old, and I consider them my brothers, that's my mother and my father. As I got older, I also, I lost my brother through gun violence. He was shot and killed. My older brother, he was shot and killed in Red Hook where we grew up. So it's like, I've seen a lot, for my age. I'm young, and I've seen a lot, and I've experienced a lot, and I just kind of I can relate to some of these kids, man, and I could just, give them, just give them some kind of hope at least, and look, you may not want to do it, just give it a shot, just try it, if you don't like it, you don't like it, we're not here to force your hand, and, but it's just a great place for them to come in anyway, and just be able to watch and just, see what we're doing and be like, oh wow, I like this. Maybe there is something that they can provide as far as, they don't actually have to box, but maybe they can provide something else that'll keep them out of the streets. So, we're hoping to look that really just turns around a lot of the kids.
Now, if the people wanted to find out more information about this or go out and support it, where can they get more information on it? Where can they, is this a website or anything like that you can shout out to where folks can go to?
They can go on TheTitleFight.com as far as to find out about what we're doing. They can also just come to the gym, in Starrett City, it's 1506 Hornell Loop. We haven't got the website up and running yet. We're working on that. That's something that we are working on. And just, like I said, everything is just new. I just came back from Rio. I've been mentally just preparing for this fight. So, at this time, there's not really much they can do. They could also contact me through my Facebook, Frank Galarza. You could find me on Facebook, Frank Galarza, Frank G. Jr. If you want, they could also Brooklyn_Rocky on my IG, my Instagram. If they want to find me there, they could tweet me. It's the same thing, Notorious_FG. They could tweet me as far as that. These are the places where you can find me. But we will have a website up and running as far as the information. Just more as far as we grow, everything else will grow. So like I said, it's still like birthing a newborn. So that's what we're doing. We're trying to get past the birthing stage, get everything in the process, make sure everything is going. The kids are more than welcome to come in and take a look at the gym. If they want to even come in the gym and train, they can do that. As far as everything else with education and the counseling and the work access, these are the things that we will be implementing within the next year. And that's why we're working with Fight for Peace so that they can help that. And, to promote Luda is the sports grill, which they do. Everything that you purchase on Luda, 50% of their profits go to the program you're fighting for and other programs that are working in the same cause.
Right on. And definitely know here at TheTitleFight.com that, the more and more you get involved with this, you get this up and running, you got our support, and you always have a place to where you can voice out and shout out and make sure that you get your message across to people so more people can come out and support what you're trying to do there in your community. Because, again, like I said, that's big for the youth. That's something kids need. They need that outlet. They need that positive role model. So definitely, you got a home here. Anytime you want to speak on it, we got you. That's not a problem.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate the love, man.
Well, not a problem at all. And again, it's this Saturday, not next Saturday. This Saturday, September the 21st, Resorts World Casino in Queens, man. You're going to go out. You're going to get yet another W. You're going to keep that O. Best of luck to you. I hope to see you down in Orlando here in a couple of weeks for Delvin's fight. So.
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. We're looking to go out there and show support. Team Elite, man. Elite Enterprises is what we do,
AJ's our guy, so, man, we said we're going to go out there and we're going to try to support, so we'll know something here in a couple of days. But, again, best of luck to you here on Saturday. Go put in work, and you got our love here at TheTitleFight.com.
Thank you, bro. Take it easy.
All right, man, not a problem at all. You have a good day.
You too, bro.